today is going to be another edition of my Christmas vlogs. I still haven't decided what I'm going to call them. I can't really think of anything creative, so I think I might just have to be boring and call it Vlogmas, but for now we're just going to call them Christmas vlogs. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something completely different. I know all my videos I say they're completely different, but this one is out there. I feel like only a few of you are going to find this interesting, but I find it interesting, so I'm going to provide it. I'm going to be decorating my hamster's cage for Christmas. Her cage needs a clean, so I'm basically just going to be showing you guys how I do that. I have done a Halloween themed cage before and it turned out really cute. So this year I want to do Christmas themed, and yeah, let's just jump right into it. Okay, y'all, so I usually clean her cage down here in the floor. Her cage is right here. I know it's out of frame right now, but this is where I do everything on the floor. It's just easier for me to access. So before we get started, well, the first thing that I do is take out everything that can be washed. So I'm going to do that first. I'm not going to take her out yet, just because I try not to take her out of the cage, you know, for long periods of times because it can stress the hamster out. So I'm just going to take out some things like her wheel, food bowl, water bowl, and I'm going to go wash those real quick and then we'll be back. In case you're wondering, I typically wash her stuff with Dawn dish detergent. I know people say, don't use soap, use vinegar and all this and that, but I have used Dawn dish detergent with all of my hamsters and they have been fine. I mean, I just think it cleans them really well, and Dawn typically doesn't have an extremely strong scent, so that's not gonna, you know, so they're not like, because I know some hamsters can be allergic to scents and stuff like that, but I mean, it's worked fine with me, so I'm gonna continue with that. However, sometimes whenever I clean out the cage itself, I will use vinegar, just because it's easier to spray in there, which if I do that today, I'll tell you guys all about the whole vinegar solution and everything like that when we get there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go wash this stuff. Like I say, I'm not gonna show you, kind of boring, just, you know, wash it, dry it, and I'll be back. Actually, I figured I would show you guys what her cage looks like right now. In case you were wondering, again, this cage is a homemade cage. Oh, there's Peach. Oh, camera focus. There she is. How cute. So yeah, this is what her cage looks like. It doesn't really look that dirty per se, but it smells. So I'm gonna go wash this stuff like I told you before right now, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I have her stuff that I had to clean is washed and clean. Now I'm gonna start taking out her huts and toys and putting them back into her containers. This whole thing over here is full of her stuff, so she has a lot of things, but I'm going to take this and like I say, take out all of her old toys because we're not going to use them this time. Okay, so now it is time for me to scoop out all of her bedding and put it in this bag to throw away. So I'm going to go ahead and take her out of her cage and put her in her ball. A common thing with balls is, you know, they're very controversial. A lot of people don't like them because their toes can get stuck in them, and typically somehow the hamster gets out. However, I have found with this specific brand that the slots are too small for their toes, and also it has a double lock on the door so that it clicks twice, and none of my hamsters have been able to get out of this one, so I'm sticking with this one, and that's why I use it. Peach, which is my hamster, really seems to like it, so I'm gonna scoop her out and show you guys my cutie. Look how cute. Isn't she just adorable? Mwah. I love her to death. Alright, so I'm just gonna put her in her ball. I think she really likes this thing because if I just put it in her cage, she'll jump right in it. So, as you heard that, 2 locks. Okay, so there's that. And now I'm going to reposition you guys to where you can actually see in the cage. And I'm going to be using this little mini dust broom thingamabobber. I got this from the dollar store. And so I'm going to be using this to get her bedding out, and we'll do a time lapse of that right now. Okay, so I'm sorry for whatever is going on with my camera with this fogginess over here. I think it might be the light. But I just, got all the bedding out. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to use some vinegar and water to get, just clean the cage really, just to get all of the urine out of it and everything like that. So to do that, what you do is you mix half water and half vinegar in a spray bottle and spray it down. That's a lot of steps really. All I do is take the vinegar bottle, put a paper towel over it and dunk it over, get the paper towel wet with vinegar, wipe it around, then go over it with water to get all the vinegar out. It's a lot easier to me to go that way, and it works just the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so the cage is all clean now, and the next thing that I'm going to do is make a background, which I think really sums the whole thing up and makes it look like Christmas. So here I have my container, and here I have some wrapping paper. Now what I do is I take the container and I put the wrapping paper on the outside. So this is the front of the cage, right? And so I'll do it like this. And so the whole back is this, wrapping paper, Christmas themed stuff. I'll get a better shot of it whenever we're done so that you guys can see what it looks like. But I'm going to go ahead and just tape this on, and then I'll be back. So the next step is to add the bedding into her cage. So for the bedding, I'm just going to be using the white KT clean and cozy bedding. If I was a hamster, I would want to be sleeping in this rather than the other stuff. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put this bedding in, and yeah, and then we get to the fun part, which is decorating her cage. So we have the bedding in, and now it's time for the fun part, which is decorating. So I'm going to show you guys what I have. That's Christmas. I'm doing red and green Christmas, obviously. So I have her green wheel, which is worked out perfectly for this. I also have, whenever I have old t-shirts, I cut them up into itty bitty pieces, and I use this as a texture difference between her normal bedding. And I just gotta say, I'm so, oh my gosh. I am so sorry for the way that I look right now. I swear there's light but shadows on my eyes, so it looks like I have a whole bunch of mascara under here, but I don't. Don't worry guys, I don't. Anyway, when I have old t-shirts, I cut them up into itty bitty pieces so that there's a texture difference in her cage, and so she really likes this stuff, and this just happens to be a really pretty green. So I'm going to be using this. I also have this little hut that I just got from PetSmart. I've had this for a while now, ever since my first hamster or something like that. So I don't know if I'm going to use this, but if I need to, I will. And I also got this snowman mug from Hobby Lobby. It was on sale for Black Friday, so I got this. It's actually pretty big, but it will work. So, oh, and I also have these gel cling stuff that I'm going to put on the outside of her cage So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to figure it out, and you guys are going to be there right with me. So let's get to it. I think I want to put the wheel in the center, maybe the mug. Oh, I need to take the tag off. Okay. Actually, let's catty corner it. Yes, I love that. Let's see here. I like this side better, honestly. And that looks weird. I think I have a red and green thing. OCD, deal with it. Anytime I have a hut in here, well, I always have a hut in here. She never gets in it, but I'm gonna pretend like she is anyway. Put this t-shirt stuff in here. And then I'll put her water right here. Bam. This was just in her cage, but that looks good. The brown. Actually, we'll put it in the corner, and then I'll put her favorite toy in the center. So I'm gonna hang this up here. That's gonna be good. And then put her food bowl, since you know it's Christmas and all. Give her a little bit of hamster popcorn. This is red. These little orange yogurt drops, they're cheese yogurt drops, are her favorite. Alright, so we have her cage back up, and now I'm going to stick on these little gel clings. I don't like the purples and blues and everything because they don't really match, but I'm going to work with it and see what I can do. So now it's time to put Peach back into her cage because we're all done. And at this point, I think she fell asleep in her ball. I was going to get some cute video of her running around like she usually does, but I think she's just really tired because she didn't move. So we're going to put her in here and see what she does. Hello. Okay. Fun. Okay guys, so that is going to be the end of this video. Peach is very happy. She's been walking around with this treat in her mouth since she's got back into this cage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more videos with my animals, make sure you hit that like button and make sure you subscribe and turn on your notification bells. And yeah, I love you guys, and